Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sybil Amuti.
And don't you just love how I brought in our studio audience today? Those are my friends and family, y'all. They're here to clap it up and celebrate this great girlfriend magic that is happening here on the show. So without further ado, grab something great to drink, grab your pen and paper, and get ready for this week's episode. Enjoy.
In true great girlfriend form, Atoya is over here like bodying these French fries and like, is that Kool-Aid? What is this red drink you have?
This is actually Gatorade. Actually,
Gatorade. It was some form of aid, and I'm over here hungry. Like I'm so hungry.
Listen,
not a fry.
Me too. I only had a salad today.
Oh, where are these fries?
And I don't order fries.
So good.
I stole them from my son. He ordered Five Guys.
Oh, they look so. Five Guys has, and they give you a lifetime of fries in that bag. They're like,
and if you get them Cajun fries, ooh,
yeah. Oh my God,
amazing.
Glory hallelujah! Now you're making me hungrier.
I'm sorry. Let's focus. Okay.
I'm watching her eat fries, great girlfriends, and I'm like, oh my God, eat that one next. That looks so good. Go.
Listen, only have like a handful. You get 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it.
So we're
Five
having
Guys.
Look, five fries. We're having this full discussion about how when you get to be a woman of a certain age, you start knowing, okay, if I eat these 5 fries today, it's going to allow me space to fit the swimsuit next week, to fit the jeans on tomorrow, but I can't have more than 5. Like, you got to know your limit. You do. You have to, like, portions are smaller, a lot more salads, all the things you said you never eat, you start eating, real talk. Right. We went to In-N-Out the other day, right? And Kwaku gets this protein burger. And I was like, what's the protein burger? He's like, it's just a lettuce wrapped burger, bam, boom. It was the moment of truth for me. I was like, do I get the protein burger or do I get this double that's on my heart? I got the double that was on my heart. However, I haven't had a piece of bread in a week because I'm probably going to be paying for that double that I had last week for the next 2 weeks if I don't get my life together. But
I like the protein style too, though. But I get it protein and animal style where they grill the onions. Get the grilled onions.
That's what that means. None of this stuff is on the menu. So I'm like, I hear people asking animal and all the stuff. And I'm like, what are they saying? It's like a code. Yes. And I'm a menu person.
It's like Starbucks.
Yes. Girl, Starbucks is so intimidating. If you don't know the drink with the extra foam and the fluff and the this and the soy and yeah. We pull up to Starbucks and Kwaku rolls the window down and glances at me. He refuses to make my order. And I'm a simple Starbuckan, but he's like, I'm not doing the brevet and the half and half mocha, none of it. He won't. He looks at me. It's hilarious.
That is.
What's your Starbucks order, Atoya? I don't think I know. What you on?
I'm simple. I do like either a chai tea latte with oat milk.
Oh,
or if I'm feeling like, getting them extra calories.
Yeah.
I'll get that, the salted caramel brulee. They put the little sprinkles on there. Oh my gosh. But I get that with oat milk as well because I don't do dairy when it comes to the milk. But when I say it's the Frappuccino one, it speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. It's 500 calories too. Yep. It is. But it's so good that whatever those sprinkles are, the sprinkles are lovely. I love the sprinkles. Yes. I'm a caramel iced coffee with an extra shot of espresso. And
nice and simple.
It's so simple. But I bought this. This is now listen, great girlfriends, if you ever want to save yourself some money and next level your home coffee, I have a real high-end Keurig. I got a really fancy one where I can be my own barista. And I started making most of my lattes at home. And then during the pandemic, Atoya, I was making lattes daily, at home.
So it's my God.
Oh, it's so easy. Oh my God. The machine does basically everything. And I was picking up pounds and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. What's going on? And somehow somebody sent me a link where I read my lattes were 450 calories per drink.
Oh my gosh. That's like liquid pounds.
It's liquid pounds. I was just lathering them on, like, give me all the pounds. My little comfort drink, I had to cut it out. So now I'm only making basic coffees, but if anyone comes over, I can hook them up. I got the whole situation.
Listen, so next time you come over here, you gotta let me know so I can get this barista machine so you can make some for me.
On. I'm telling you.
I gotta learn.
So simple. And you, like I say, in theory, I was like, I'm saving a lot of money, but I'm putting on weight because I don't drink at Starbucks every day. So I was in the house just latteing up, but great girlfriends. Hope y'all are doing well. Listen, Atoya's been hanging with me. We've been having all kind of conversations per usual, but now we're bringing them to the mic. And she's also inspiring me to hurry up and get my braids because these braids are just lovely. They are so good.
Thank you.
I love them.
Perfect
I think that's one of your mom hacks too. You said like this saves you time and like gives you back more life, right?
It is perfect for summer. You're on the move, you're on the go. You might be traveling. You don't have to worry about running every so often getting your hair done. Your hair is protected. It's safe. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. I got to find my local beauty supplies. So many things that I need to, my list of services that I have to find.
You got to reach out to your great girlfriends and see who can.
Who knows something?
Yes, they know somebody.
Yeah, they know somebody. And another tip, I've been using Style Seat to get like services on the go in different cities. And I love Style Seat. And this is not an ad at all, but I do love Style Seat because you can look up by zip code, check out reviews, check out the person's work and all the stuff, and you can compare. And I've had a lot of good services come off of Style Seat. Have you ever tried them?
I have not, but I'm going to now.
You should. You should definitely look into Style Seat. Yeah, it simplifies things.
Do they do all, like they do hair stuff? Do they do like makeup?
Oh, yes.
Beauticians, all of that. Okay.
They have, brows, waxing, nails, all the things. Okay. And you can have it at home or you can, go into a salon or whatever, barbers, all the stuff. So yeah. Super simple. So, but anyway, great girlfriends, this is the salt of friendship. It's like the girl, what you got? What you know? Who you find? Who did this? Who did your wallpaper? Where'd you get this from? All the things, right? Where you start to, do life.
It is. And when you have your girlfriends to hook you up, we always grateful. You hear me? Always.
It makes life so easy. It makes life so easy. So speaking of hookup, I've been so hooked up over the course of my life to have such great girlfriends. And I keep getting like the most dynamic relationships in my life. And I've learned, for me, friendship is definitely a million things. I know you've heard that quote before. It's a million things. I could never name them all. But one of the things I can name is that friendship has become simple for me. It has become very, very simple. And I was having this conversation and I wanted to have it with Atoya about how to simplify friendships because we, again, get the questions and DMs about decoding women and how to make a friendship work. And, when friendships hit those hard spots, how to recover them or if they're even worth salvaging. So I wanted to have this conversation about simplifying friendship with a friend who I find incredibly simple. Atoya, like you're one of the most simple people I know. It's just like the car is running. Let's get in, let's go. And let's just have fun.
And just be in the moment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You really value friendship more and more, like as you get older, because your time is few, far, and in between. So when you get time to meet up with your girlfriends, you're like, I'm all in, right?
Yes.
And it's just you and that person, and you just connect and laugh and love and listen. And those are my L's. Like, I love that about girlfriends. To me, that's what they like someone that can listen to you. Someone you can laugh with, and someone that really shares a genuine love for you.
Yeah.
That they love you through the hard times, through the good times, and you do the same. Like, that is so hard to find. And if they can make you laugh too, and they listen to your drama, then that's a good friend.
Right. That's one of those lifers. You'd be like, all right, you're going to go with me. We're going far together. Yes. And I mean, I think I've learned the same thing, Atoya. I got to a point in my friendship journey. It wasn't always that way. My friendships were complicated at first because I had these trust complexities. I didn't understand the nuances of girls. I have 2 sisters, and sisterhood to me is real simple because, it's just a way that you operate. It's just like, it's tribe. And I thought friendships were all like sisterhoods. And then I learned that we all have different upbringings and different expectations. And
Yeah.
it's not quite like that. So
Yeah.
I didn't always have a model that I have now, but now that I have evolved and understood relationships, period, a lot better, I just want relationships where we can enjoy one another.
Pure
And
connection.
we can be human. Come on. Many moons ago, one of my great girlfriends, Christina, I'm going to give her full last name, so I'm going to be Googling her, but Christina and I were talking about friendship. And there was this one person who was just not bonding with her in a way that I was like, wait, y'all not, she was like, no, it's not organic. And I was like, oh, and that was her model for friendship. She was like, it's not organic. It was too forced for her. And it felt organic for me, but in her book, it wasn't organic. And I don't even know if Christina knows that I snatched that from her arsenal. And I was like, organic. I don't want nothing forced. I want like organic. We're from the same soil and we're just fertilizing together and we're just
It's
growing.
not supposed to be hard. It's not. Friendship is not supposed to be hard. Yeah. That is, I feel like family is family. That's your blood. You got to figure out how to get along. You have to do all those things. Outside of family, when you find people that you truly connect with and you love and you bond with, it's supposed to be easy. That's supposed to be the easy part in comparison, right? Right. And so she's 100% right. If it's not organic, if you have to force it, then it's not right for you. It's not.
What do you think makes friendship complicated for people?
I think it just depends on where they are in their life. I've learned not to take people and how they are. I don't take it personal. I think sometimes you never know. I've had people that have come back later and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was going through this in my life, or I was going through that, and I didn't realize, so on and so forth." And I think we've all been there where you're like, I probably should have handled this better, but where I just didn't see that. So I don't take it personal. But when I'm telling you, when I find a friend that I love and I hold on to, that's that for me. I don't try to force friendships. I know that there are people that are supposed to come in your life and they're supposed to be there for long periods of time. And you connect with them and you vibe with them in a way that it can't be explained. That is organic, right? Yeah. If you have to force, if there's all these issues and drama and this and that, that's not organic and that's not your tribe, and that's okay. Yeah. That's what you have to get to the point where you're like, and it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. And not stress yourself out about, trying to be, you're not supposed to be friends with everyone. That's how, we're made.
Well, that was my heartache in life, Atoya, because I'm a gatherer. I'm like, everyone together, we are the world, right? No, we not. Oh, we not. Okay. And then I had to grow up. I mean, that was in my early many moons ago. Now I'm completely polar opposite in that and expectation and all that. But early on, I thought that we're women, like we're girls. We should all be able to, I really thought, can we all get along? And I learned that it's not that case. And I even, Atoya, went through a period very recently, a few years ago. Even in adult life, you find yourself having to reset relationships and create new boundaries, new proximity, all those things. It could be people you've done life with. But I remember having to do that. And I was completely heartbroken at the time that I did, because this person, I've had many years with this person and loved her dearly. But we got to a point in our relationship where we didn't agree on how I should be treated. And I had to say, we don't agree on how I should be treated in this scenario. So I'm going to give you the space you need for this season and create an exit plan. And that was like a revamp for me. It was very hard to stand up for myself and what I know I deserved in that place. But I saw that if I kept trying to put her in the wrong spot, life was only going to become more tricky, more complicated.
And that was your non-negotiable.
Exactly.
And so you stood up for yourself. Those are your boundaries. If she couldn't respect your boundaries and how you felt, then you did the right thing. 100%.
And I think likewise, I was letting her down. I couldn't be the person that she wanted me to be. So she was disappointed. And I oftentimes in relationship, when we have an expectation of a person and they don't measure up, that's where the letdown happens. It's that gap between expectation and how a person shows up.
Yeah.
All that middle space is where someone feels let down. And I completely let her down according to her expectations. And then I, caught the back end of her feelings. We didn't agree on what the role I should play, her expectations, or how I should be treated, or how she should be treated. And so, when I see, or when you see great girlfriends, that people are trying to ramp up the complexities and trying to throw monkey wrenches, and a lot of people say getting brand new, like people get different. Like there are some things you got to be willing to go back to your basics, your foundation, and leave people where they are until, if ever, there's a point of return.
I agree 100%. I had a friend that was like that. She just became really difficult. She was very combative. She really didn't want to listen. And she never tried to understand another person's perspective. And you just got to the point where you realize, like, okay, sometimes you removing yourself or stepping back, and because going back and forth, it does nothing, right? You're just two people disagreeing. Sometimes if you remove yourself and give people space to think on their own and figure things out and grow on their own, you maybe can come back together, or sometimes that person may not. But either way, you have to be okay with the outcome and know that you're doing the right thing for you.
Yeah. That's
which is hard. I learned that, I was in sports all my life, and I saw it all the time, just girls bumping heads and disagreeing, and it was so much. And I would just be like, this is just too much. And like not just from like elementary on through high school, even in college, some people on the track team, they just could not. And you're just like, what in the world? But then you just realize it's certain people they have to like be alone by themselves to figure it out. Some people like being combative and difficult. I realize that too.
Oh yeah, that's their lifestyle.
And you're like, no, thank you. I need peace in my life.
Thank you. And you coming against all my peace, all my joy. It's not feeling good. It's not feeling good anymore.
And I'm not going to be in the middle of you and so, and I'm not doing that. So
I love that. I was thinking about sisterhood earlier, and I was even thinking about some of my friends that have become sisters and or family, as we as people will say. What I love about them and what I love about those relationships is the ability to just be human and make mistakes and not be judged and be criticized. And so, great girlfriend, if you're out there nitpicking, combing through, assessing, and always examining other people in your life, your friendships will forever be complex. I mean, right? Where they're gonna forever have this this dark shadow over them, because the idea is not that we get together and we start dissecting one another. I'm supposed to be looking for the things I admire and respect in you, not the things that about you that don't feel good to me. I'm not supposed to beat you up. The idea is that if I'm doing life with you, I get to help build you and groom and pad you. Like, I'm not there to tear you down. Absolutely. And I've seen a lot of that. And what type of things have you seen when friendships go south? What have you seen what's the root of it?
Oh gosh, I would just say people don't know how to disagree. And I think sometimes what I've seen a lot of in friendships is sometimes it's not just two people. Then you have a third person in there.
Yeah.
And the third person gets in the middle, and that third person is being pulled and forced to and cheat. Then you hear so-and-so said this, and why is she talking to you about it? Why isn't she, So I just feel like, it gets messy.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of getting down to the truth of everything, it just becomes messy. And when it gets messy, it's hard for people to clean. It's hard for people to clean shop, right? They can't see straight. They slinging back. It just becomes really, really messy. And then that's what's hard to rebound from.
Yeah.
Now, I think when it's between two people, sometimes you can restore that friendship. But sometimes that friendship has to come to an end.
Yeah.
And you just have to see where it goes after that.
Yeah.
And it's not a personal thing. I think that, people see it so personal, like, it's a breakup forever. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. It's not like you're dating this person, right? And
Right.
there's all those emotional, things that are involved.
All those ties. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. And space is good. I
Yeah.
think space is good for everybody. You just have to see that and just take a step back. It may work out, it may not. But usually, for me, what I've seen, sometimes it's two people, but usually there's a third person involved, and it gets really tricky. Really
That
tricky.
is so true. Instigator or an igniter,
Yes.
somebody who's triggering people and poking and provoking and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And we, as adults, we should be past that, but we're not. But yeah, there's all that. Atoya, I have in my friendship journey, I have found myself rubbing up against territorial friends quite frequently.
Yes,
And,
that's a thing. Mhm.
and I'm so anti-territorial friends. And I have found that I tend to attract at times women who are like territorial around friendships, who want to have I don't know, they want to govern, who you're friends with and when and where and the what's and the whys. And I'm that loose friend that I'm going to meet somebody at the Ralph's down the street and probably maybe have coffee with her next week. I'm not the one I'm not a bound friend. So I have found myself having to create barriers with women who are territorial, because I am a new friends person. I'm not in that no new friends mindset.
No.
I'm not there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think about all the friends. When I had my 40th birthday party, I think about all the friends that I met, right?
Yeah.
In all different areas, from like high school to your college track mates to people that I met while Nate was playing in the NFL. And the one thing I can say about all of those people, when we came together for my 40th, I realized I'm a big energy person.
Yeah. Yeah.
If your energy is not right, I can't vibe, right? So I say that, and in bringing all those people together, it was such great energy. It's like
so
some of them did not know each other.
Yeah.
But when they came together, it's like, oh, you're so-and-so. Yeah, she's talked about you. Oh, you're so-and-so. So when you talk about territorial people, I had one friend like that. And I told myself I would never do it again. It is like there's like certain things that you pick up on early.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, no. Yep. And so now I'm very like aware, like, when you meet someone, they're like, oh, well, and I'm like, we can't.
Yeah.
We can
run the list of who know who.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Like, I'm going to know a lot of people, and you're going to know a lot of people, and we might not know that we know a lot of people, and that's got to be okay. It can't be a thing where you're the gatekeeper. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And those territorial, those gatekeepers, a lot of times they're at the gate to keep people out, not to protect you from people that are trying to come in. They're trying to keep people out of the gate. And it's very important.
With you and you only.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. It's so important to keep eyes and understand the difference in people who are discerning and helping to protect you, or are meant to do it from a safe place, than the people who are meant to be there to kind of, I don't know, create a VIP zone and keep that red rope. Yeah, you're like, that's not how I roll. I mean, and if you do roll like that and you need a gatekeeper, that's great. But if you see someone who is trying to play a role that is not serving your model of friendship, then you have got to adjust the proximity fast, because the more you empower, the more damage you're doing down the road.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So true.
Okay, so I said criteria for simple friendship. I said come into the friendship with the intent to enjoy the other person's company. Like when I met you, I had heard so many great things about you from Kibi that I was like, oh, I can't wait to just enjoy her. That's it. I just want to enjoy her. If we go to Waffle House, if we go to Steakhouse, if we sit in the car at the gas station, whatever it is, I just want to take whatever my portion is and enjoy,
Yes. Easy breezy. Right?
Yeah.
Refreshing. Friends should be refreshing.
Yep. And it should add, like that should be the superpower of the relationship. Like we really enjoy and can add value to the other person.
Because you think about it, life is so exhausting. You have so much going on. It already has its nuances of just like, right?
Yeah.
So when you get a minute to get away, right? it's like self-care. Since
Yes.
you're choosing your time to replenish yourself, you want to be with a person that's going to replenish you and vice versa.
That's right.
You're going to walk away feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. That was so amazing. I needed that at that time. It was fantastic. I feel great. You don't want to walk away like, man, that was heavy.
Right. Like, she gonna call me back. And she's like,
more tired. Right.
I know. She wore me out. Like, whoa. And we've all had those people, great girlfriends. We've all gone. And then you kind of waiting on somebody to call you. You checking your phone. Like, my husband ain't gonna call yet. Like, and the kids like, somebody save me, please. And they don't save you. Yeah. And then you have the ones where you lose track of time, and those are the good ones.
That's how it's supposed to feel, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to feel like, dang, I gotta leave.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I don't want to leave. Yes.
I came over your house, I don't know when that was, April or May. I'm not sure. And Atoya's not a late night person. And I came late and then I stayed late.
And I stayed up. I wasn't even tired. Usually I'd be like yawning, head fall. We had so much fun connecting and just laughing and just, that is genuine friendship. It is something that you just can't explain. It's organic. It's natural. And if you can keep me up, Sybil, you need to come around more often, okay?
So quite cool. He was like, I thought Atoya was an early morning. He was like, don't change her. I said, I'm not changing her. We just enjoyed each other. And she wanted to be up with me and enjoy the moment. I'm not trying to change. I'm letting her be who she is. But when you're getting a good moment and it's good, you just want to like do the moment. Yeah.
Hang on.
I know. Okay. So what's one of your criteria for a simple friendship? What was that when you were like, this is it?
I would say for a simple friendship, I just feel like you leave feeling encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like life is a lot. And so when you hang out with your girlfriends, you should feel encouraged in some capacity, whether you guys are talking about a whole bunch of nothing or you just sit and talk about things in your life. But either way, you have so much on your plate. But when you get around that person, you leave feeling good and encouraged.
Yeah.
I think it's important. It really is to rejuvenate our spirits. It's so important.
Yeah, I love that. And I hope that great girlfriends, you're reminded from just our experience. And even, over the course of the years, the podcast, Atoya, we've brought on women that we've organically met in different scenarios where a person was like, you should meet this person, or we met at some type of event or experience and just built rapport. All organic relationships that have been a superpower, like a force to whatever our next level is, or just our safe spaces while we're growing, where you can be vulnerable and learn. So hopefully, with this episode, you can see, feel, and know that if God would do the same, because Atoya is from the West Coast, okay, folks? And I am from the dirty South, okay? And we met all the way in New York, in New Jersey, through her god sister, who is my friend, out doing and being who we were. That if God would do that, and I'm saying that because there's so many tentacles that come to all these moments that we should never take for granted. But if that thing happened for us, and it's happened with so many different relationships, it doesn't matter your zip code, doesn't matter your city. You can have quality, organic, dynamic relationships with women that fortify you and just make you feel really good inside, and really actually that mirror what you think of you. Yes. I definitely feel affirmed when I'm in your presence, and when I'm with my great girlfriends, I feel affirmed. I feel that they are affirming me, that they're bouncing off of me the things that I'd want to hear and say, even if it's something that's challenging,
Mm-hmm.
So
that's beautiful.
That's my prayer for everyone who's listening, and that you can get you an Atoya, and and you can have my Atoya. Like she's community Atoya. Atoya, what's a friendship affirmation? What's something that you use to affirm your relationships?
Ooh, I would say, gosh, friendship affirmation. Well, I kind of go by this. There's this quote that I go by. It says, friendships are like diamonds. they're bright and beautiful on the inside,
Yeah.
but they're always in style and on time. And whenever I saw that, I thought to myself, that is so good.
Yeah.
Because most people that you meet that are beautiful, they're beautiful on the inside, they're also beautiful on the outside, and they always show up on time when God puts them in your life.
Yeah.
To me, that's a friend. And like you said, we've met friends at all different times of life.
Yeah.
All different, whether we're 30s, 40s, 20s, you can meet friends that change a whole trajectory of your life. And you're like, wow, you know what I mean? So that was you and I, and so I look at people and I listen to people, and when they shine like that, you just want to grab them, hold on to them.
Yeah. You're like, I want some more of that. I like that. Yeah. I love that. My friendship affirmations, I said, my friendships are flourishing and I'm surrounded with beautiful, great girlfriends who have rich intentions for me. And I like the idea that, like my great girlfriends can see me have good, safe, vibrant intentions to help me be the best me. And I think that's the richness, not tearing me down and doing all the other stuff, and then I have many of these relationships. That I'm not hanging on for one person in life. God will always plant the right people to do that, at every stage. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I love you, Atoya.
I love you. You are so amazing. You guys are so blessed to have Miss Sybil Amuti. I'm telling you.
Oh my God. No, we're so blessed. I can't believe we met
on the East Coast and you left me. I went to the West Coast.
I know. That was devastating. And let me just tell y'all before we get off this podcast, because she played a naughty joke on April Fool's Day. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. Okay. It was so bad that my children were like, but babe, no, my son, Sam goes, but mom, the kids are even, said this. And I'm like, it's not true. So Atoya and her husband decide to do an April Fool's joke where they say that they're moving to the West Coast because Nate's going to have a new show on the West Coast. And then, so everyone's chiming in, yay, congratulations, And I was so excited. I was like, babe, Atoya is moving west. We about to be on the West Coast, kicking it. I am so happy. Wait till I tell the kids. And then Sam comes to me, Mommy, Nehemiah had on Snapchat, they're moving to LA. I said, oh my God, this is so great. I'm so excited. I'm texting. No one's responding. Not a Burleson, not one. I get I think it was 24 hours later that we see that the post was a full April Fool's hoax. And you talk about the Amuti letdown. We were like, what? That was cruel.
Listen,
who does that?
It was so cruel. And you're not the only one that was like, why didn't you just tell me it was a joke? Because what happened was we were on the plane and we were waiting to take off. And I told Nate I was going to do this. And he's like, well, if you do it, I'm going to have to do it. And the kids were like, well, we're going to have to do it too. So we did it right before takeoff. So we didn't get to tell anybody it was a joke until once we landed, got settled into, our Airbnb. And so it was like, by that time, people were like, why you wait so long? I'm like, we were flying in the air. It was not personal.
So naughty.
I love you, April Fool's, but I love you.
It was so naughty. It was so naughty. Great girlfriends. You talk about devastation. I was like, that is just mean-spirited. And no one should ever play an April Fool's like that on the world. The whole world is like hoping. And I was like, no. But it's all good because I always have my East Coast home. Yes.
We'll be connected one day, right? Color purple.
One day. Okay, great girlfriends. We want to know from you what your friendship affirmations is. We want to know Ooh, my mom would come with the grammar whip and be like, what did you just say? What your friendship affirmations are. We also want to know how you keep your friendship simple. Please share your feedback if you love this episode with us at welcome@thegreatgirlfriends.com. We can't wait to hear from you. Also leave your iTunes review. Love y'all deep. So happy we had this time together.
Absolutely. It's fantastic.
Yes.
You are so incredible. Great girlfriends.
So
Thank you so much for listening to us and talking about our friendship as well. So I appreciate that.
Yes. All right. Peace.
Great girlfriends, did you enjoy this week's episode of the podcast? If so, would you please give us your amazing review on iTunes? Every single review helps another great girlfriend get plugged into the podcast, into the community. speaking of community, make sure you join our Facebook group, The Great Girlfriends. You follow us on Instagram at The Great Girlfriends and on Twitter at _greatgfs. Last but not least, we'd like to thank my amazing husband, Kwaku, Sam and Dilly, and all of you for being a part of the global community that makes us so strong. Please remember to share with your friends. Keep listening and keep being a great girlfriend. I'm Sybil Amuti, and I'm out. Peace.